Welcome to Unjustified, where we always cover the truth, the facts, the good, the bad, the ugly, on an unbiased and sometimes very unpopular opinion. If you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe now and hit the notification bell, and that way you will receive all of our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for being here, and we do hope you enjoy today's video. Okay, we're going to be starting off with August the 16th. This is going to be referring to her very first interview with Agent Kevin Koback. Nichol is going to be in the gray, and Kevin Koback is in the blue. Don't know what time she texted him, but she said, "My dad is coming to get me, and I'll meet you there." Okay, from the discovery, it says, on August the 16th, 2018, CBI Agent Kevin Koback and CBI Agent Timothy Martinez met with Nicole Kessinger at the Thornton Police Department to speak with Nicole regarding the case. Nicole had previously talked with agents from the FBI. However, that interview was not video recorded. Nicole asked for a ride to the Thornton Police Department, and Agent Martinez and I picked her up near her home in North Glen, Colorado, and transported her to the Thornton Police Department for the interview. Nicole was present with her father, who drove himself to the Thornton Police Department. So see, she had actually sent him a text saying her dad was bringing her. I don't know what happened, but that's not what happened. Maybe her dad couldn't bring her, I don't know, but she was picked up by Agent Koback and Martinez, and her dad drove himself there. The next morning, Friday, August the 17th at 2:06 a.m., Nicole texts Kevin saying, "I remembered more stuff." At 6:48 a.m., Kevin replies saying, "Okay, did you sleep?" Nicole replies saying, "More than I have lately, probably about 5 hours. Kevin asks her, "Good, are you working today?" Nicole replies at 6:57 a.m. saying, "No, I took off today. Not really sure how to deal with my coworkers, so I think maybe it is wise to try and set up a meeting with EAP and my bosses from both companies and give them a brief background of what is occurring and ask them for help with this. I was hoping maybe I could refer them to you if they had questions." Kevin replies and says, "Sure, I will help any way I can. I would like to talk to you about what you remember. Can I call you back at 9 when I get to my office?" Nicole says, "Yes, I want to get all of this wrapped up pretty soon." Kevin says, "Okay, I will call you as soon as I get to my office. Thanks for contacting me." And Nicole says, "Okay." Later that morning, Friday, August the 17th, 9:24 a.m., Nicole texts Kevin, "I'm ready when you are." Kevin replies, "I'm in a meeting and I will call you soon." Nicole says, "Okay." Kevin texts her again. He says, "I'm sorry, I'm still stuck here. Give me a few more." Nicole replies saying, "Okay." Again, he says, "Few more minutes, sorry." And then Nicole replies saying, "Is it possible to find out if my name is in the sealed affidavit thing that is to be opened next week? Would like to contact my employer about the media thing and trying to be proactive with work, and it would be nice if I could give them a heads up about when things might take place." She goes on to ask him, "What time are you available?" Kevin replies saying, "I'm just wrapping up the meeting. I will call you soon." And then on Friday, August the 17th again at 12:17 p.m., Kevin texts Nicole saying, "Nikki, call me about the victim advocate. Hazel Heckler is her name." Later that night and after their interview that day, Nicole texts him, and this is still on August the 17th, Friday at 7:59 p.m. Nicole says, "Can I ask how you were able to acquire my text between Charlotte and I?" And this is from the discovery transcript or a synopsis of their interview on the 17th. Koback says he inquired with Nicole about her friend Charlotte. A text message was located between Charlotte and Nicole that appeared to reference Nicole dating another person. I guess Nichol was just really caught off guard when he started asking her about Charlotte and her text messages. She was probably shocked that he was able to get a hold of them, seeing that she knew she had deleted them. Kevin replies and says, "We have all of your texts for the past 7 days." Nichol says, "Thank you for the information. Why did I sign that paperwork if you guys already had the info? I'm not upset by any means. I'm just confused. Do you guys get all my texts going forward as well?" And Kevin says, "Again, the phone could contain other texts that were not captured by the cell phone company. And no, we do not get your text." Nichol says, "Understood. Thank you. Have a good weekend." Kevin says, "You too." And this is the paper that she was talking about that she signed on August the 16th when she was with her dad. We can actually see it in the interview now. We didn't used to have the interview, but Plunder made that interview available for us to see and not just hear. And it says that the text messages between her and Chris and the attachments, the phone logs for the calls between her and the cell phone data. She signed it August the 16th, and this is the worksheet that went with what she signed, again on August the 16th. Then on Saturday, August the 18th, 3:45 p.m., Nichol texts Kevin saying, "I remember more. I'm with my family tonight though, and it's a safe and positive environment for me right now. I can give you time first thing in the morning if you would like." Kevin replies the next morning, Sunday, August the 19th, 7:39 p.m. And he says, "Okay, I'm out of town until Tuesday. Can you wait until then?" And Nichol says, "Yes, sir." Kevin says, "Okay, thanks. Are you doing okay?" And Nichol says, "I'm all right. Inform my employer of the situation. Getting ready to head to a safe spot tonight in case my name is released tomorrow. APC released me for extended leave. Meet Hazel tomorrow. Trying to be proactive and positive. You guys are releasing his motive in the affidavit tomorrow?" Kevin says, "Motive is never released. That is media speculation." So see, she was worried about his motive being released Monday, August the 20th, to the public. Why was she asking about that? What does she think his motive is? Or does she know what his motive was? But Kevin does assure her that it is never released, and it's all only media speculation. Nichol says, "Thank you." And Kevin says, "You're welcome." Tuesday, August the 21st, 7:31 a.m., Nichol texts Kevin, "What time would you like to talk today?" Kevin replies saying, "Good morning. Do you want to meet or talk on the phone?" Also, August the 21st, 12:33 p.m., Nichol texts, "Is lunch still a good time for you today?" Kevin replies, "In a meeting. It will be a few. How about late afternoon?" Nichol says, "What time are you thinking?" And Kevin says, "I have another meeting at 2, maybe about 4. Nichol says, "Okay." Kevin says, "I'll call you around then." And then at 3:49 p.m., Nichol texts him, "Still a go for 4 o'clock?" At 6:10 p.m., 6:30, "Will you be available? I just got to my office." Nichol says, "Yes, sir." Kevin says, "Okay, thanks. I'm sorry. Traffic was terrible." And Nichol says, "It's okay. Did you want to just do this tomorrow? I found a little info from Verizon as well." Kevin says, "Nope, I'm calling right now." And Nichol says, "Okay." The next day, Wednesday, August the 22nd at 2:20 p.m., Nichol texts Kevin, "Does he have to make a plea on November the 19th? Also, remember what I was doing on Sunday evening." Okay, I find this particular text very weird. This is in August, only 9 days after the murders and 6 days after Chris was arrested. How does she already know about November the 19th, which was his sentencing date? At this point in August, Chris hadn't even been offered or accepted or even had any talk about a plea deal. If you will remember, D.A. Rourke and his assistant made the trip to North Carolina on Halloween, and they stayed there 2 or 3 days, the Rusick family, discussing the plea deal. Before that plea deal was offered to Chris, when they got back to Colorado, is when they offered the plea deal to Chris, because the Rusek family agreed to it. That couldn't have been until November the 3rd. So how does Nichol Kessinger already know about the date, November the 19th, and him making a plea 9 days after the murders, 6 days after his arrest? How does she know this? Kevin replies to Nichol and says, "No. Okay, I'll call in a moment." Nichol replies back, "If I have to sign a release, then I'll come meet you myself." A release for what? Kevin replies and says, "You do." Spaced that. Where is the best and what time? "I look open tomorrow." Nichol says, "I think I need to get my phone swapped out, and I'm unsure how long that is going to take. Hoping I can get that done over the phone. I really don't want to go to Verizon. Let me do some research. I need to get a spare phone while I'm at it." And Kevin replies saying, "Okay." Nichol replies, "So I can do it all remote? I will do it tonight and we can meet early tomorrow." What is she talking about? I can do it all remote. And she's going to do it all tonight and they're going to meet early tomorrow. Kevin says, "Okay, what's early?" Nichol says, "Whatever time in the morning works for you." Kevin says, "Where can we meet?" Nichol says, "Is your office that one in Lakewood where I met Hazel?" And he says, "Yeah." And Nichol says, "Well, would it be best for me to come there? Do the news people go there?" Kevin says, "Sure. And there's lots of people in and out. Usually reporters don't come there." Nichol says, "What time?" And Kevin says, 10 a.m. No, let's make it 11. Thursday, August the 23rd, 4:18 a.m. Nichol texts Kevin, "I really need you guys to approve that therapist. I am waiting as patiently as possible, but I am struggling." This is 4:18 a.m. Well, Kevin replies back to her at 6:37 a.m. saying, "Okay, I wrote a letter for that yesterday. Let's talk with Hazel today." A couple hours later at 8:33 a.m., Nichol replies and says, "Thanks." And then she says, "I've got access to my old phone and the SIM card is broken, so I couldn't swap them out. I need to either find a phone or I need to go to Verizon and see if I can get a new SIM card. Should we still meet today, or can you guys give me a day or so to figure it out?" Kevin says, "They will give you a new card for free, and today is great. We can move it till later this afternoon if that helps." Nichol says, "They only give you a new card free if the current phone I have is insured, my iPhone. But I think they are fairly cheap if I can get one for my old Droid." "And what time this afternoon?" Kevin replies saying, "I'm heading to my office now and will work with you on whatever time works for you." Nichol replies saying, "Verizon doesn't open till 10. I'm going to see what I can do at that time, and I will get back to you on a better meet time." Thursday, August the 23rd, 10:28 a.m. Kevin replies, "Sounds good. I will be at my office all day." Nichol replies, saying, "Okay, I'm on the hunt for a SIM card now." She replies again, "SIM card located. Going to go pick it up in about an hour and make sure everything is functioning." Kevin replies, "Okay, so early afternoon?" Nichol replies, saying, "Yeah, I can come over once I'm done to go to the store in Cherry Creek to get it free. I'll just text you once I'm done there." Kevin says, "Sounds good." Nichol replies again, "I remember more. It's not much." Says, "Okay, we can talk when you get here." Thursday, August the 23rd, 12:56 p.m. Nichol texts saying, "I'm on my way." Kevin replies, "I'll see you soon." Thursday, August the 23rd, 3:32 p.m. Nichol starts sending him the screenshots that she said she recovered from her phone. Now, I'm not going to go over these at this moment, but we will at the end. After she sent all of these text messages that she says that she recovered from her old phone, she says, "I really hope you can recover everything from that phone. Do they sound hopeful about that? And Kevin replies saying, yes, I think we will be able to recover everything. That night, Thursday, August the 23rd, 6:31 p.m. Nichol texts Kevin. I watched his speech on relationships. That just seems like such a out of the blue text for nothing to have been said about it in their text. So I guess they talked about that on the phone or something that wasn't recorded or videoed, I'm sure. But Kevin replies and says, what do you think? A few hours later, at 9:48 p.m., she replies and says, it was eerie. I still haven't completely processed it, but it made me feel like I'm not the first woman that he's dated outside of marriage. The next morning, August the 24th, at 10:42 a.m., Nichol texts Kevin, saying, I remember a lot from Monday. I apologize. This keeps happening in bits and pieces. Kevin says, it's okay. Let's plan on next week. I'm all tied up today. And Nichol says, okay. And Kevin says, thanks. I need to speak with Charlotte. Can you provide me with her phone number? Nichol replies, out of respect, her father's viewing service is tomorrow. Kevin replies saying, I was going to ask. I will wait until next week. Nichol says, should I inform her that you are going to call or not? Kevin says, please don't. And Nichol says, okay. Kevin says, thank you. Later that evening, August the 24th, 5:22 p.m., Kevin texts Nichol. Good evening. Do you have an email address where Hazel can send you some documents? Nichol says, I'll text her. Kevin replies saying, okay, thank you. Tuesday, August the 28th, 6:30 p.m., Nichol texts Kevin. Is this Friday or next Monday a good time to talk? I'm remembering a lot more. Is it normal to remember this stuff in chunks? How's the text recovery going? Kevin replied, hi, Nikki. I'm out of town all week on other business. I will not be working on Monday as it is Labor Day. Can we plan on Tuesday? It is normal when you reflect to get it in chunks. And how are you holding up? Nichol replies, I'm okay. Some days are better than others. Kevin replies and says, hang in there. Nichol replies, Tuesday's good. I have a lot of stuff, pages of it. Should I come in or can we do it on the phone? Tuesday, August the 28th, 8:05 p.m. Kevin says, whatever is easier. Next day, August the 29th at 9:45 a.m., Nichol texts Kevin, did you see the news? Kevin replies, yes. Nichol says, think that's a real claim? If so, think you can find him? Kevin replies and says, no idea, and yes. Did he ever mention anything to you about that? Nichol, not at all. I don't know if I believe this yet, but he fooled me into thinking he was a much different person than he is, so anything is possible. But I do have some dates for things he said that I think are kind of in line with some things that the other man claimed. I already had them on my list to talk to you about. She says she has some dates of some things that are in line with what this other man claimed. Now, I believe the other man that she's speaking of course, is Trent Bolt. Pretty sure that's who she's talking about. Kevin replies and says, okay. Have you seen this? And Nichol replies and says, yeah, I saw that. Those people are grasping at straws. That picture is very old, and they don't have my last few employees or my correct address, or even my last few addresses for that matter. I'm really doing my best to stay under the radar as long as possible. Do they release more info about the case at his hearing on November the 19th? And then Kevin sends Nichol a screenshot of JLR, story of cheating. Share your story, click here. Nichol replies, not at all. I saw that the day it was posted a week or so ago. I've been wondering why that guy has been posting that kind of stuff because it never made any sense. In one of his articles, he talks about a lawsuit too. No idea. If the other lover is fake, I already considered maybe it was this man making the prank. Or maybe the poster knows the other man Chris was with, and he made some of the assumptions about me. No idea. Kevin replies, okay, we will address this the next time we meet. Think we better bring you in for a recorded interview. Sorry for the inconvenience. Nichol replies, I have so much I remembered this week. Anyway, I think it would be better for everyone. You still want to shoot for Tuesday? I think it will take a chunk of your day. Kevin replies and says, yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday. These people may require my attention on Tuesday. Nichol says, understood. Please give me a little notice. And Kevin says, I will. Wednesday, August the 29th, 12:54 p.m. Kevin texts Nichol, and he asks, do you know Michael Kelly? Nichol replies and says, no, who is that? Kevin says, just wonder if you know the name. Late that same night, Wednesday, August the 29th, Nichol texts Kevin, I've attempted to reach out to these therapists numerous times, and they either don't respond or they don't have room for clients. I need a new list. I've been trying so hard to help you guys, and I'm struggling on my end because I feel like I'm at a standstill with minimal options. Please help. It seems like any time in these texts that she texts Kevin and starts talking about needing a therapist, needing some help, she's struggling. It's always really late at night or super early morning. Like this one is 11:39, almost midnight. We read one where it was like 4:30 in the morning. So it seems like these late hours, early hours, is when she's having such issues with this struggling. Kevin replies 1:06 a.m. and says, okay. Later that morning, Thursday, at 10:28 a.m., Nichol texts Kevin, any luck on restoring my phone messages yet? Would be good to do all this in one day if possible so I can start to try to focus on my healing. And I found that link for the Michael Kelly reference. None of that stuff makes any sense to me. I don't know those people. Hazel is looking into the therapist thing. Kevin replies and says, okay, thanks. Sorry, I'm in the mountains with limited service. Your phone may take time. Did I get 5? I don't know. But he goes on to say, we're working on it, and I hope Hazel is getting you what you need. Friday, 10:42 a.m. Kevin texts Nichol, good morning. What time works for you on Tuesday afternoon? Nichol replies, whatever works best for you, Kevin. I got a new job too, out of state, starting mid-September. We need to discuss logistics going forward after that as well. Kevin replies, okay, congrats on the new job. Are you willing to share details with me of where you're going? Tuesday at 1 at my office in Lakewood, if that works. Nichol replies, not really over a text or recording, but if you guys will provide me with a private place, I will be more than willing to speak about the new things that I'm building in my life. And yes, 1 p.m. works. Kevin replies, okay, I respect that. And we can talk about it Tuesday. Thanks. Friday, 3:05 p.m. Nichol texts Kevin, what time frame are you thinking for the phone stuff? Kevin replies, it depends on how fast they can get it downloaded. Should know more Tuesday. Monday, 8:16 p.m. Nichol texts Kevin, do you want that new Verizon wireless statement printed up or email or flash drive? Kevin replies, email or flash would be great, thanks. Nichol says, done. Kevin replies, thanks. See you tomorrow. Nichol replies, out of curiosity, why do I have to come in to address the news that broke last week? Okay, this is going to be Tuesday, September the 4th, 6:42 a.m. Kevin texts Nichol, I would like to introduce you to the lead detective and cover anything else you want to talk about. Also speak with you about witness protection and name change information. Nichol replies, sounds good. I want to meet them too. I have a lot to discuss, but I typed it up and organized it, so hopefully it helps make it go faster for you guys. Kevin replies, sounds good. Tuesday, September the 4th, 12:52 p.m. Kevin texts Nichol, let me know when you get here. Nichol replies, here. Kevin replies, okay, I'll be to the lobby in a minute. 2:29 p.m. Nichol texts Kevin, thank you so much for helping me with everything, and your team's willingness to keep things quiet for me so I can heal. Kevin replies, "You're welcome. I'm calling Charlotte shortly." Nichol replies, "She texted me and said that she gets out of class at around 4:45 and that I can head over after that, so I don't know if she's around, but I'd try." Kevin replies, "I'll call her." Tuesday, September the 4th, 6:30 p.m. Nichol texts Kevin, "Any luck?" Kevin replies, "Someone else is going to reach out to her hopefully tomorrow." Wednesday, September the 5th, 9:03 a.m. Nichol texts Kevin, "She doesn't have class till 2 today, so she is home and likely solo at this time." Kevin replies, "Okay." 10:52 a.m. Nichol texts Kevin, "Any success? I don't know who to contact about this in your department. I don't need to know what she says. I just want to know when you have reached her so I can try to sort things out with our friendship, if possible. Thank you for your help." So this is from the discovery, and it talks about the September the 4th meeting that they were talking about in their text. And they did meet at 1 p.m., just like they planned in the text. Now that is the last of the texts that we have available between Nichol and Kevin Koback. And there's a lot to take in those texts. There really is. This is talking about the last meeting that those two had together. Even though we know they did talk a little bit after that, like the next day, they were talking about Charlotte and getting a hold of her. But anyway, this is on September the 4th, 2018 at approximately 1 p.m. Now this is Detective Baumover's report in the discovery. He says, "I was introduced by CBI Special Agent Koback, who had interviewed her several times previous to my introduction. I advised Nichol that I am now her point of contact regarding this case, and that Koback would attend other cases that he was assigned to at CBI. Nichol acknowledged this information and presented me a 7-page typed document that she generated containing notes of events that she had recalled since her last meeting with Koback. The events documented reportedly occurred between June the 25th, 2018 and August the 13th, 2018. I advised Nichol that I would review the notes that she provided me, along with the reports and recordings from all of the previous interviews, and contact her with any follow-up questions I may have. Nichol acknowledged my statement, and our meeting ended shortly thereafter. Special Agent Koback agreed to complete a follow-up interview with Nichol's friend, which was Charlotte, and we read that in the text messages, and he was going to provide Baumover with the report. While at the CBI headquarters, I took custody of Nichol's cell phone, an iPhone 6, which she had previously surrendered to Koback. I placed the cell phone into evidence and entered the CBI chain of custody form into the case file. Nothing further. And that's pretty much the last we hear about anything with Nichol and interviews and anything like that in the discovery. Now let's look over those text messages that Nichol sent Kevin the screenshots of between her and Chris that she recovered from her old phone. Okay, I've came to the discovery to get these text messages because they are the same ones that she did send him the screenshots of. Okay, these texts start June the 27th, 2018 at 2:42 p.m. Now keep in mind, June the 27th is the day Shanann left, going to North Carolina. Chris texts Nichol saying, "Promise, I'm about loyalty, truthfulness, and being dedicated. I don't like playing games unless it's role-playing. Wink. If you want me there, I'll be there. Ice cream, cookies, and lollipops sounds like a cheat meal night. LOL." So it sounds like they know each other pretty well. Okay, on June the 29th, 2018, at 7:34 p.m., Chris says, "I'm still going to see you. It won't be as often as we like, but I'll make it happen. You think you're the only one addicted right now? I'm so hooked on you." Okay, why would he say that? Why would he say you think you're the only one addicted? Obviously, her text said, "I'm addicted to you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle not seeing you. Now, we're just speculating here, going off of what he said. At 8:12 p.m., June the 29th, Chris texts her back and says, sleeping without your warm body next to me isn't going to be fun tonight. Okay, this is only the second night after Shanann left. The second night. And he's already talking about sleeping with her warm body next to him. And it won't be fun without her. Now, that's only the second night, supposedly, since they had their first date at the park on the 27th when Shanann left. It sounds to me like they're a whole hell of a lot closer and they knew each other and slept together a whole hell of a lot more than once or twice. I mean, I'm just saying. Either that or Chris, the very first time, right before they go out on a date on June the 27th, he's talking about role play and sending her winkies. They knew each other. The next day, June the 30th, 2018, at 4:28 p.m., blue. But just notice that the one she left, there's nothing negative at all. It's just her talking. I would love to see the stuff that they were talking about in between Chris talking to himself. But this will be the third day that Shanann has been gone, and Nichol already has an idea. She's got a free hotel stay at the Holiday Inn, and she's not sure if he can swing it this month, but they could road trip to the mountains or southern Colorado for a day or two if he wanted. She tells him it won't cost a dime. So what did she mean by not sure if you can swing it this month? Because she told him it wouldn't cost a dime. Couple hours later, same day, she writes, she supports me, but her parents were in a situation like that when she was a kid, and it came up. It won't bother me. I'm not going to stop seeing you. I made up my mind. Are we bad people? Now, this is day 3, July the 1st, 2018, at 1:25 p.m. Chris talking to himself again. I'd love to be a part of it. Being in your life is something I crave. Later that night at 9:23 p.m., Chris, still talking to himself, says, conserve it while you can. I enjoyed our conversation tonight. I hope you have a great night. Sweet dreams, Nikki. July the 4th, 6:53 p.m., Chris, I'm getting drenched right now, LOL. Like to see you all wet in the rain. July the 4th, 6:59 p.m., Chris says, my signal sucks so bad here. It might take a while to download your pictures. Crushed taco. Again, July the 4th, 7:30 p.m. Chris says, I had a protein shake before I left. I thought there would be more here. I'm resisting the funnel cakes and the tater twist, LOL. And then at 10:30 p.m., he says, I'm stopped in traffic too, 112th. Lots of people here. That is when he was leaving the fireworks show that he went to with Nick and Amanda Thayer. So at 11:02 p.m., he texts her and he says, just pulled up to your place. July the 5th, 2018, at 11:09 a.m., Nichol texts, you're so considerate. And then July the 17th, 2:20 p.m., Chris says, I hope it's 2:30. You need some rest, boo. July the 26th, 2018, 10:25 a.m., Chris says, there it is. Yes, you deserve a pay increase for everything you're doing. Your plate is only getting fuller because people know what you can do. They need to compensate you now rather than later. August the 10th, 2018, 11:20 p.m. Chris, Rocky's game didn't end until 10:20. Good thing you left early. You would have been there a while. August the 11th, 2018, at 12:40 a.m. Hope you had a great night, beautiful. Miss you. Get home safe. Sweet dreams, my sexy empanada. August the 12th, 2018, 12:45 p.m. Nichol. No, you can't buy the scrolls, LOLs. Dude, the Dead Sea Scrolls are some of the oldest, most important writings in the world. August the 12th, 3:14 p.m. Chris. Nice. That sounds like a good time. I haven't seen an IMAX in a while. Sounds like you're having a fun day with the folks. I'm still at the birthday party. Kids are soaked from water balloons. 4:07 p.m. August the 12th. Been pounding fruit and had a whole jar of asparagus. He didn't smoke any barbecue this time. He did hot dogs, so I did the fruit and veggies. And then August the 13th, 2018 at 2:44 p.m. Oh my God, that's absolutely ridiculous. They would freak out. I don't even know where it came from, but Ben said that she supposedly told him there was some unicorn Fruit Loops or something like that she was seeing at the grocery store. 2:44 p.m. when Chris texts this to Nichol. He was at his neighbor's house, Nate's, watching the cam footage. We have no idea what he was talking about here. My question is, why would she delete it? It seems like she would have wanted to keep that there because she was just nonchalantly talking to him about some cereal his kids might like. So why wouldn't she have just wanted to leave that there as proof that at that time she knew nothing about his family being gone and all that kind of thing? Why would she delete that if it was about cereal? It just doesn't make sense, and I personally don't believe it was a damn thing to do about cereal. Kevin did say everything could be recovered, but if it was, we didn't see it. There's actually several things we can take away from Nichol and Kevin's text to each other. There's some very strong talking points in these texts. One being Kevin offering this witness protection and the name change and all that, and I think that's very interesting. I also see it very interesting that way back in August, it's a little over a week after the murders, Nichol already knew the date of November the 19th, and she also already knew about a plea. I'll see Chris and his family, even the Ruseks, no one knew about no plea or November the 19th at all, except Nichol. But it seems like Nichol knew about that before anybody else, or should I say before any of the other people involved in the case. There wasn't even a plea deal accepted until early November when Rourke got back from North Carolina. So there's that. Okay, guys, this has gotten a little longer than I wanted it to. Let me know what you think about it below and see if there's anything in these messages that you may not have picked up on the first time you read them. And if you haven't read them or saw them, then what new things did you pick up in them, if any? All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. And until next time, this is Unjustified. Thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave us a comment below on your thoughts of this video. And until next time, this is Unjustified.